Welcome back. The iconic rides at Coney Island are reopening with some COVID changes, of course.
April showers finally arrive. I've got your forecast for some rain this weekend.
Breaking news, rapper DMX has passed away after a week-long stint in a Westchester hospital. This is News 4 Now for April 9th. I'm Adam Cooperstein. Let's begin with that breaking news out of Westchester County. Rapper DMX has passed away. The rapper, whose real name is Earl Simmons, was admitted to the hospital back on April 2nd after suffering a heart attack. And last night, his longtime manager issued a statement urging fans to not circulate rumors about his death prematurely. DMX had been on life support, but it's not clear what may have caused the heart attack in the first place. Fans have been holding vigils outside the White Plains Hospital for days, just hoping for some good news. DMX was born in Mount Vernon, and he grew up in Yonkers in Westchester County. He was 50 years old. It was all the way back in October 2019, the last time the rides at Coney Island were up and running at the amusement parks. But finally, crowds are back for the first time since they closed because of COVID. Both Luna Park and Dino's Wonder Wheel Amusement Park are welcoming guests back today. Of course, there are some COVID protocols in place. The tickets, for instance, to the rides, those are gone. Instead, people are going to use a prepaid card and a tap-and-go system. The park opened just after this morning's opening ceremonies and the annual Blessing of the Rides, a great tradition. New York City schools have new guidelines designed to stop so many of them from closing during the pandemic. Previously, a building had to shut down if there were 2 unlinked COVID cases. Now it takes 4 cases, and they're only going to close the building if those cases are linked to the school. Today is also the final day for families who want to opt in for in-person learning for the rest of the school year. The mayor says more than 40,000 kids have opted in for in-person learning this week so far. Cocktails to go can continue in New York for at least another month. Booze to go rules were relaxed last year, allowing bars and restaurants to sell alcoholic drinks in sealed containers at a time when a lot of eateries were struggling to stay afloat. The state says that the policy is now going to be extended until May 6th. But that 11 p.m. curfew for bars and restaurants, it also was extended until May 6th, and groups like New York Restaurant Association are pushing for legislation that will allow booze to go for another few years.
Saw the opening maw of hell with
The closure of Broadway is forcing artists to take on a new, innovative direction. A musical that was supposed to debut on the stage last summer instead debuted on Audible. The Row follows Tori McClure, the first American to row across the Atlantic Ocean solo in 1999, and it was recorded during the pandemic. So all 10 actors and 9 musicians have never been in the same room together. Rehearsals were done by Zoom, and the actors recorded their parts in isolation booths. A business owner in Bayshore, Long Island is on the hunt for the people who stole his Stormtrooper statue. The decoration was swiped in broad daylight from Blast from the Past games. It's on Main Street there. The owner gave surveillance video to police, and now he says the community is rallying behind to help him.
To see so many people upset about it and upset about it being missing, it felt good that we're being accepted into the community already so wholeheartedly.
The owner tells us the Stormtrooper is worth $400. Customers have offered to give him the money to buy a new statue, but he says he just wants the old one back. An iconic New Haven building is about to make history as the first and only all-electric hotel in the U.S. Local developers are turning the long-vacant Marcel Brewer building into the Hotel Marcel. Plans include covering the hotel's rooftop in solar panels, allowing the building to generate 100% of its own energy. And if you have an electric car, you'll even be able to charge it right there on site. Construction's already underway, and the hotel is set to open this fall. And here's something to add to your weekend to-do list. Kusama Cosmic Nature opens at the New York Botanical Garden this Saturday. World-renowned Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama brings her colorful installations after a year-long pandemic delay. The exhibition also includes a brand new infinity mirrored room experience, and you have until Halloween to enjoy the art. I guess all good things must come to an end, and that time is now for our sunny and spring-like weather, isn't it, Matt?
Hey, Adam, yeah, our beautiful sunny week had to end. The clouds are coming in, and eventually we'll see a little bit of rain, too. I don't think it's a big deal on Saturday, but Sunday, the storms that are churning over those southern and Gulf states are going to start driving our way. We're not expecting the severe weather that they've seen, the tornadoes, the large hail, but we could see a couple of thunderstorms. First, with the warm front, expect some showers early on, and then behind it, that cold front that trails, that could trigger a couple of thunderstorms on Sunday evening. Now, we do need the rain. We've been pretty dry so far this month. I think we'll get somewhere between a half to a full inch of rain. And like I said, it'll come in a couple of waves on Sunday. Just sprinkles on Saturday. That's a mainly dry day with highs in the mid-60s, but showers early in the morning on Saturday and another round of rain coming later on in the evening with that chance for storms. Adam?
College in the COVID era. It could mean choir in a parking garage, math class intense. It's been a hodgepodge of rules and regulations depending on the school, the state, and the students themselves. And while many universities were forced to mostly go remote for learning, some managed to bring students back on campus safely. So how did they do it? News 4's Adam Harding went to Montclair State University to see firsthand.
Ah, the sound of music echoing across the campus of Montclair State University. But it's where students are practicing that'll have you turning your head. Yep, that's a parking garage, and that is a car alarm ruining their take. Not even the conductor knows when she's got some free time to chat.
Let me get your name real quick.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Yeah, I'm Heather.
It may not be ideal, but it's their reality in the time of COVID.
And I thought, well, acoustically it might be okay, and it's not too bad. Our biggest challenge, as you've experienced right now, is the environmental noises around us, but we're learning to manage.
A year into the pandemic, the school says their protocols are working. Take, for example, math class, outside under a tent.
I just want to let you guys know that we're only having 2 people at a table because like social distancing.
There's even students like Manny Uyghur patrolling the hallways, helping enforce the rules.
This is an opportunity to help my community out, and I just felt like it was a great opportunity.
Hi, I'm with the Community Health Ambassadors. I just wondering if you could just keep your mask on while in the building. Thank you.
I think it's really helpful to have somebody keep the students accountable, because we know that in private, some of them don't wear their masks.
The school has taken additional steps, including delaying the start of the semester and foregoing spring break. It's not a perfect solution, but they say it's all working.
We were one of the only campuses to bring students back into the dorms for the fall semester, and we've done so again in the spring. And we've had a lot of safety protocols that have really proven to be successful.
The school says they're hoping to have as normal a semester as possible when students return in the fall. Right now, we're being told that the school is assessing whether students will need the vaccine in order to return to campus. In Montclair, I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
And let's check in with New York Live to see what they have in store for us today.
It's an age-old debate. What do you call this Italian tomato-based concoction we love on pizza, pasta, and so much more? Is it sauce or gravy? The term is argued amongst passionate Italians and food lovers everywhere. Every single person has an opinion on it, with almost no one having a definitive answer for how it all began. Some say it's geography. Best place to find this out is outside of a 99-cent New York pizza shop. Socially distanced, of course. Sauce or gravy?
None of them.
None of them?
Sauce. It's always better. My friend who's Italian would say gravy.
Sauce or pizza gravy on there?
This would be sauce, but it could be gravy.
Is it sauce on there?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, guessing isn't good enough. I have to speak to an authority. My friend Sabino, who runs the Instagram page Growing Up Italian, that recently posted this.
But growing up, it was always sauce.
What's the definition of sauce to you?
Sauce is tomatoes with anything you want in it. It's sugo. Sugo means sauce in Italian. There's no translation for the word gravy in Italian.
Sauce. Salsa, sugo. Never mind gravy.
I never heard gravy in my life until Sopranos.
Nice to see you, Tom. Oh, thank you. Gravy's good tonight.
It's true, pop culture has only blurred the lines. Sopranos, gravy, Goodfellas, sauce.
Too many onions in the sauce.
So what does an actual person who sells this call it? All right, Pete, you have a sauce company.
Absolutely.
Could it be considered a gravy
Never
company?
happened. The debate ends today. It is forever sauce, okay? I drive around with a 5-gallon bucket of my sauce for no reason. Let me tell you something. You don't ever taste gravy in the streets of Brooklyn.
I end my report by showing you what a local supermarket says. So, what will you be calling it?
It was still a very good sauce.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.